Okay, hey, this is Backdrop, and we're at Gröna Lund, and we've got the mighty Tom Araya here from the legendary Slayer. We're here for Brands for Fans. We're going to talk about the Slayer wine that they've got going out at the moment, and it's been an absolute honour for Tom to come and join us. So, how come you started to do your own wine?
I got a phone call saying, hey, somebody wants to do some wine. That's how it started with me. I got a phone call, and I said, sure, I'm up for that. It just has to be a good wine.
Okay. Was it too good of an offer to pass up, or was it something you thought would be interesting to branch into?
It was interesting, but like I said, I was more curious as to the wine's got to taste good. I don't, novelty is novelty, but I'd like to think we take pride in what we do as a band, and I would like to think that goes into product that we put out. So it's awesome wine. It tastes great. Yeah. So like I said, I was a little leery about it, but when they finally put some wine out and to taste it, it was awesome. I liked it. It was very good.
But how come you chose Cabernet Sauvignon? Is that your favorite kind of wine, or did you have a process in that?
I think it's like it was presented to us. Yeah, so. It was something that they said, listen, we really would like to do a Sauvignon because we can name it Rain and Blood Red. I'm like, that's really cool. So that's how all this kind of came about. It was an idea that was presented to us, and they wanted to go with the red Sauvignon because that was actually a wine that I drink, I guess. And then other people that our manager is a big wine drinker too. So, but they wanted to go with the name, and it went well with Sauvignon.
I mean, this wine is very popular in Sweden. I mean, obviously, we were talking earlier, and you can't buy it in the States.
I think it's because it tastes good, because it's a really good tasting wine.
I think what happens is people get hooked because they're fans, and then once they taste it, they kind of come back for seconds.
Yeah.
And it's very. I keep one as a trophy, but I also buy them to drink. So,
This is really good.
Yeah. So, what drinks do you normally prefer if you're not drinking like a Cabernet Sauvignon?
If I'm not drinking wine, I used to drink. Back in the day, I used to be a major drinker, but I mean, I drank all kinds of alcohols, all spirits, but I don't do that as much now.
Do you find as you get older, you develop a taste for wine and sort of move off some of the heavier stuff?
I developed a taste for wine a long time ago, so I've always been a wine drinker.
Okay, I'm a red drinker, so I know.
Yeah, I'm a red drinker, and I like white wine. Also, white wine's good. It's a little sweet, but it's good. But yeah, I'm a red wine drinker, and I've been doing it for years, so. Like I said, now that I'm a little of age, I don't partake as often as I used to. So.
Oh, you're still a puppy. Come on, you're still a puppy.
Thanks.
So, what was the first wine that you actually tried yourself?
Oh man, I think it would have to be a wine concoction my dad used to make a long time ago. He used to take, it was like the first kind of wine coolers.
Yeah.
He used to take fruit cocktail, put it in a bowl with like either a 7-Up or and a white wine.
Being over here, they might find that's a bit weird, but my mum's American, so that makes total sense to me.
Yeah, but my dad's Chilean. So we're Chilean, and that's what he would do. He'd get a big pot, and then he would let us drink it.
So have you got any more memories about that, of your dad sort of giving you other kind of drinks like that? I mean, because
the other memory I had was him offering me a can of Schlitz malt liquor. And it was in a tin can with the pop top. Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Okay, how old were you, Doug?
Oh man, I had to be in I don't want to get my dad in trouble, but it's like I was in my younger years.
We'll take that. Today's a bit more liberal now.
Yeah. Well, so it was my younger years.
Younger years. Okay, and so now you've been here. I mean, how's it going to be playing in Gröna Lund? Because this is actually quite a strange kind of venue. Because you actually have all the families here.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think last time I saw you was playing in the Big Four at Ullevi in Gothenburg, because that's more of a standard kind of concert. But for yourself, how are you going to feel about the families? Are you going to watch your language or just do your thing?
Just I don't really have, since I've become a father, my language is kind of cleaned up. You know what I mean? And I don't use those profanities unless I really have to. You know what I mean? And it's around the kids too. So they know when I'm upset, it's because all of a sudden profanity starts coming out. But I don't, but I'm on stage, you don't need profanity.
But that must be wonderful, coming from where you've come to a point where you're actually playing at a kind of a family kind of orientated festival park. I mean, that's kind of crazy. If you sort of sat back in the 80s and sort of said, I'd be doing this in 2013, you might have freaked out and gone, nah, that's never going to happen. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. we're here to play, and and if the audience enjoys it, great. And if the parents want to come with the kids and watch, even better.
I think it's amazing that your music's timeless in the sense that you've got 10-year-olds who actually come to your shows and put the horns up, and they kind of dig it.
Yeah, actually, you can see the generations. Yeah. The parents and then the kid, and they're all like, ah. And then you get kids. I've met parents that say, hey, this is my son. They're gonna pass down either their albums, if they have them, their albums, to their children. Which is kind of cool.
That must be an amazing feeling, to feel that.
It is, because sometimes you see 3 generations. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, which is really, really cool. So this is great. An amusement park is a great place to have fun. So it's fun for the whole family. So.
Tom, I want to thank you so much for joining us here. We're at Gröna Lund, and this is Backdrop. We've got the legendary Tom from Slayer. I've said that in such the most unmetal way possible. But, get your horns up and rock on. And don't forget to purchase some Slayer wine at your local system. Thank you for tuning in.